Another double unboxing. Obviously Seiko-ish. They're not really Seikos, but they're in Seiko boxes. So what I'm going to start doing, and I talked to my friend Larry, who has a YouTube channel, and I'll put a link to it down below in the description. He mods watches or builds them from the ground up, whatever you want to call it. Oh, and apparently he does origami too. So he sent me some pictures, and I'm like, you know what? Let's start a new segment on the channel where I showcase some of the more interesting or really cool builds, right? The mods. I used to do the mods, you know. There's more origami, so that's pretty fun. Larry built both these, did a really good job. He was one of the early in the mod community to really start to figure out what works with the NH34 too. And this one here, this kind of, you know, blacked out build with the kind of a Coke bezel and the black patty dial has the NH34 in it. So quite a bit of experimenting on there to get that dialed in and make it work right. And then this one here kind of has more of like a Yacht Master style to it. It has that, I think that, what is that, the SRPC 91 dial or something like that. I'll have to get the specs. That's going to be the other part. So if you want to submit a build and send it in for video review and a breakdown, I'll try to do a cost analysis for the mod community or for the people that maybe have aspirations to do a build. They can have a better understanding of at least the raw cost, because you can do some pretty incredible things on a budget, but oftentimes you're going to blow that budget out of the water. You're going to probably spend more, but you're going to get something that's unique and something that is more intimate to you because you built it, sort of thing. And it's definitely going to be at least super rare. I mean, obviously there's only so many different combinations you can do, and somebody else might have mimicked essentially the same build, or they might inspire their build and they might do some subtle changes. But for the most part, you can build some pretty cool stuff. Is the whole point. So I'm going to do a review video on, I'll probably do these together. This is just the simple unboxing. And yeah, I mean, modding isn't for everybody, but a lot of people love it. So I want to bring it back to the show. If you are a custom watch builder or modder, you know, mostly in the Seiko's cases and stuff like that. There's a lot of OEM Seiko parts in both these builds. I can tell that right away. The dials and all that stuff are all OEM. They're not reps or anything. So, but the cases and everything, those all come from the mod world. You can see they're drilled lugs and all that stuff. So yeah, let me know if you're interested. If you're a modder and you want to feature one of your builds, email me. We'll talk. I'd love to do a video on it and showcase it to the world. Maybe you want to mod a couple of watches a year or something and sell them. I think Larry's talking about doing that because he really enjoys modding them and building them. And then he probably is just going to move it along and just sell it to somebody for not good business sense, but probably less than he has into it. Definitely less than once you factor in the time that it takes and the expertise. So not a smart business model, but it frees him up to get that money back so he can continue to build other watches, and he really enjoys that. So that's what Larry wants to do. Again, I'll put a link to his YouTube channel down below. Tell him I sent you. I'll see you on the next vid.